Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Send your request into designs@patioheat.com for your personalized recommendations. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your applications. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this residential patio, and I'm going to go right into the overall dimensions, and then we'll come up with some recommendations. So essentially we have a 14 foot by 10 foot length and width, and then we have a height that from the bottom here, or to the top of this beam here, roughly to the finished floor is about 9'2". I have about a 1 foot dimension on this beam here, and I didn't get the overall dimension on the very tip here. Let's go ahead and check out what that is. So we're on that same page. So I got about 11'6" and 3/4, and you can see there's a couple other measurements I'll have here. Approximately about a foot wide on this little section here, 6 inches depth here. I think that's about it for the overall dimensions. What I should mention also is there is a fan here, and you can see I have that fan set up as a 5'5" diameter. And then I also have some lighting fixtures in here. Now, I didn't have the exact location of the lighting fixtures, but I placed 2 on this side and 2, sorry about that, 2 on this side over here. I think I have them at 2 foot, 2.5 feet off this edge here, and then approximately, I think 36 inches centered to the light fixture over here. Let's see if there's anything else. I have a drop here of 2 feet off this center edge here, and I think that's about it for right now. Let's go ahead and turn that off, and hang on 1 second. Now I'm going to come up with show you rather a couple of different options, and this is just based on the fact that the customer had gave me some photos and made some markings on what he thought would be ideal for him, or at least what the options might be. So let's go ahead and look at, first of all, my preferred option, which would be using 2 of the 4,000 watt units. Now you can see here I have these 2,000 watt units. Let's go back to that measurement here. You can see here I have it from this edge here to the center of the bracket itself at 1'8" inches and 1'8" and 1/16 of an inch. And you can see here that's where I have the light fixture here at 3 inches, or 3 feet rather, to the center portion of that light fixture, and that's why I have them backed off a little bit. Now the other thing you'll notice is that the angle I have this at is a 10-degree angle, as well as the fact that we need to make sure we are meeting the clearances below the heater itself. And you can see that I'm not meeting the clearances below here with that particular unit. And let's go ahead and move that an additional maybe 2 inches here. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. And we'll go with 2 inches here. And that should give us 2.5 inches. Let's try that here. And we'll go with a total of 3. And we're still not making that here, so I tried to back it off of the light fixture, so I'm going to go 4 here, and I think that should do it there. Yeah, so we're 4 inches that way, and let's go ahead and move this one here an additional 4 inches as well, and we should be meeting the clearances to combustibles. Okay, let's go ahead and check that out here. And you can see that now, yes, we are in fact meeting those clearances, and you can see the center portion of this now is at 2 foot, basically 2 foot and 1/16 of an inch. Now, one thing I was trying to do is eliminate the blockage of these light fixtures. Now these light fixtures are at the same slope as the ceiling, so there might be a little bit of reflection or interference of the light if that light is a kind of a floodlight type of thing. But if it's more of a directional light, then you probably won't notice that at all. So But we do meet the clearances here, again, with that 2 foot and 1/16 of an inch off the edge of this beam here going across here. Let's see, it's actually should actually be this beam here. That's why I probably made the mess up at the very beginning. So let's see if I can come up with that without taking up too much time. Let's go ahead and change one thing here, and we'll go right to here. Hopefully we can make a mark here, and then maybe a mark over here, and go with an angle. So that's 1 foot 8 and 5/16 of an inch from this beam to the center of the bracket. All right, I'm glad I got that out of the way for you. So let's go ahead and turn that off for a second, and now let's look at the first of all, I'll show you the clearances above the unit. So we're using the OEM bracket that maintains the 6 inches of clearance above, and so the clearance above should not be an issue with this angle, as well as using the OEM brackets. And then let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat, and this is why I prefer this particular part, this particular application more than any others that I'm going to show you here in just a minute. You can see that at that 10-degree angle, we get a nice overlap in the middle. So if you just had one unit on, let's say, and you were sitting out here, you would not feel the warmth very well. But when you have 2 units with overlapping like this is about a 3-foot overlap, you're going to feel the warmth from both sides. And so this will really make this whole entire space more uniform than anything else. Also, you can see here with this bench outside of the covered section slightly, that you're getting that angle outside of the covered section here as well. All right, so that's my preferred. That's 2 of the Slimline 4000 watt units. Let's go ahead and look at some other options just so you can see what other applications might look at. I should say. So here's another option here. These are Slimlines mounted on this beam. This is why I'm not going to choose this as the preferred, because when you mount the Slimline on a vertical surface like this, changing the angle of this bracket will only allow from straight out 45 degrees down. And if we look at the ray here, it's essentially in the same location as the other. I should say same in the fact that it's centered within this beam, and so was the other application. But you can see here we're missing over here quite a bit, as well as right below the heater over here. So it kind of doesn't make sense to me, and there's no way to change that bracket. Now you can get an extended bracket and modify that bracket so you can come down slightly, but you'd have to maintain a minimum of 18 inches below the heater. So this is the below section here, and if you can see, this yellow edge over here is the clearance zone that you need to maintain when you change that angle in any way. So as long as it's 45 degrees using the OEM bracket, then it is okay. But once you change that angle, you need to maintain that 18 inches out from this back side over here. And that's why I'm not choosing this. So in any case, this is what a 45 looks like, and it's not ideal. All right, so let's go ahead and look at possibly another option, which would be why don't I place the heaters over here on this back edge over here? Well, you can see these are the C model 4000 watt units. I have them mounted on the vertical surface like this. And with the C series model mounted this direction, you need to maintain a minimum of 12 inches of clearance above the heater and 18 inches on the ends. So the ends are not an issue. I moved the heater here 18 inches. However, you can see between the 2 heaters, we're actually making contact, so they don't fit. So that would not work. And let's go ahead and turn that off and possibly look at maybe utilizing shorter units. These are the 5000 CD models, so this is the same appearance wise, but it's got a CD, meaning the dual element C series. And you can see here with that 30-degree angle tilted down, I'm able to capture this okay, and this section over here okay, but this is going to be the superheated spot right around here, and this is going to maybe be okay for some people, but probably not for others. So that's not my preferred application here as well. But again, this is 18 inches from this edge, and this one is 18 inches from this edge, 12 inches of clearance above the heater, and yeah, we're the mounting looks good. I should actually just show you what visually that would look like from inside. Let's see if I can get a nice view of that. I'm going to turn off the ray because this is infrared light waves. The infrared is not visible to the human eye, so you're not really physically seeing that light ray. You're going to only feel that light ray. So let's look at that, and then I want to go ahead and turn that off and turn back on my preferred application. You can see they're up here. You'd have to look up in order to see them very clearly, but if you're just looking outside, you're not going to see them. One thing that just reminded me is one of the drawings that I received showed these doors swinging outside. However, looking at the physical image of the property itself, it appeared as if these are swinging inside the residence. So I want to confirm that, because that is an issue. If this door does swing out, then this unit cannot be mounted where I show it here. So just confirm that before you make your decision. Let's see if there's anything else with that. Going back to those 5,000 watt units, I think that is pretty much about it. Let me turn that ray back on just so we can see it. It's not my preferred again, but it's something that can work okay. Again, here you're not getting the perfect coverage throughout this whole span over here. So all right, and let's see what the last item is. I think that's actually about it, because we did look at this this one here already. So yeah, let me go back to the preferred, and I'm going to just pop the top off here for a minute so we can take a look at that nice uniform footprint of heat throughout the whole span. This is perfectly warm for the seating position here and over here. All right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like to receive our plans, so send your information into designs@patioheat.com. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, we're not monetized. YouTube does not promote our channel in any way unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers, and we truly appreciate you doing that. That's how you probably and others will find us in the future. Thank you so much. Have an excellent day.